Chicago, and we are back again, this time on a fantastic Friday. Absolutely gorgeous day, nice and sunny, 65 degrees. It's very peaceful where I'm at right now, but I know tonight is going to be the start of a weekend of violence here in Chicago. It has been a long time since violence has not taken place in Chicago over these major holiday weekends. My prediction, a lot of shooting and at least 10 people dead. That's my prediction. A lot of shooting and 10 people dead over this Memorial Day weekend. That's my predictions on that. I hope that I'm wrong. But with today's violence going on at an alarming rate, it's getting warm outside. People are broke. They are living in more poverty than they were before Donald Trump was elected into office or selected into office. People are living in storage sheds, U-Haul compartments. Let me get that right. It has got so bad out here that people are living in storage units. That's what I was trying to say. It's that bad out here. Not only that, you've had black women here in America lose over 100,000 jobs in 1 month. And if you're here in the state of Illinois, if you work in St. Charles, Illinois, yeah, right by Joliet, the Ameritech Bison Gear Company is laying off 167 people. They got that notice the other day. What does this administration expect people to do out here? They know exactly what they expected people to do. Kill one another. Fill up the jails. Throw your life away. Over money. Over money. And I'm going to tell you what trips me out about this money thing here in America. There is no reason that the United States should be in debt because they print money every single day. They print money. They can print their way out of debt. And they make you believe that they broke. They're not broke. If, let's say you had some money bill plates, would you ever be broke? Would you ever be broke? If you had your hand on some money bill plates, would you ever be broke? The answer to that is no. So they're running the game on the American people as they always have. Talking about America is in debt. Print some more money. Isn't this what we spend our money on? Or are you telling the American people that the money that they're spending ain't worth nothing? Either way, the American people or this country, both of them, should not be in debt. Nobody in this country should be in debt. You have children that are being born right now that's in debt. That's in debt, and they haven't been born yet. This is how the machine works. Or the machine gets to programming you while they're stealing trillions of dollars. While they are stealing trillions of dollars like they did from the housing development funds. Trillions of dollars to build underground cities here in the U.S. Not just one, not just two. Keep counting until you don't have any more fingers. But they say that they're cutting the housing development funds. They're cutting Section 8. They are cutting food stamps. They are cutting Medicare. They are cutting Social Security. What does that leave your grandmama who worked all of her life? What does that leave your mother who worked all of that life? Your daddy, your grandparents, anybody that you know that have worked all their life. And it is on the verge of being taken away just like that. Just like that. And if you are a ruler of a country or a ruler of a block, you know what people like, what people don't like, what they buy, what they don't buy, what makes them tick, what makes them have money in their pocket, and what makes them don't have money in their pocket. And this is the system that we're dealing with. So it just may be safe to say that a lot of people spending days is over. Meaning that you're splurging just a little itty bit. Because that's all that we Americans can splurge, just a little itty bit. Because over 70% now, over 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their bank account. There's no splurging at all. This is the situation that we're dealing with here in America. But you know what? Many of you all have witnessed and have heard solutions to the problems that we face, especially if you are people who look like me. But that's a whole nother conversation. We'll get to that later. But what are we Americans to do under this administration of frustration, this administration of distrust, this administration of racism, like we've never seen it before in my time? In my time. Now, I'm sure that they saw it worse back in the 60s, especially down there in Alabama where they had George Wallace at, down in Mississippi where they had those racist cops at, the racist KKK at, and now they are full-blown publicly in public office. Publicly in public office. And it amazes me how American people can believe in this American nightmare. It has become your nightmare. The nightmare has gotten so real that the Supreme Court has blocked Donald Trump's executive order from enrolling foreign students into Harvard. But who cares about Harvard, right? We're talking about people that's enrolled in other schools of thought, like the public school system, which Donald Trump was trying to gut, but the judge blocked that too. Do you think that was a good idea, or do you think that was a bad idea? Because if you look at what's going on in public schools right now, it's not safe there. The high schools are being shot up. People are being fatally shot at high schools. There is a lot of racism with teachers and the police that is in the schools of America right now. But you want to send your child to school. I think that maybe Donald Trump should gut the American educational system. That means that it'll leave you responsible for the education of your own child, or at least give that responsibility back to the states from a federal level. But does your child spend more time with you, or does your child spend more time in school with a foreign teacher? Foreign mean they're strangers. They don't know them. And you wonder why you and your children are having problems in your relationship, because you haven't really built one. Not to mention the fact that a lot of educators, a lot of educators are reiterating on the fact of being lenient when it comes to grading students, seeing that the absentees of students in the country is going south, all the way DOWN. So Is the public educational system really working here in America? Just look at the product of what the school system is producing. Look at that. Look at the product that the school system of America is producing in the public school system. Are they producing students who can read, write, and excel to great heights? Or is the majority of these scores low in the ground like we've never seen before, where you have students graduating that can't even read? How does that work? And we going broke. Broke. Welcome to America. Welcome to the fall of America. Welcome to America self-destroying itself from the inside out. And those that are on the top are going to stay at the top, and they will live. Many of us are going to die trying to live. As in the words of Ozzy Osbourne, killing yourselves to live. Killing yourselves to live. Shouts out to Ozzy boy. Yes, Ozzy Osbourne. If you don't know that song, maybe you should listen to it sometime, okay? I'm just saying. Because that's what we in America are doing. But not only are we living, we are killing ourselves to live, we are killing children here in America. We are killing children here in America. Prime example of this would be Lalani Brooks, 9-year-old girl in New Orleans, Louisiana. Her mother and herself heard some gunfire outside, but she has some little brothers and sisters. But before she can get her sisters in, her siblings, I don't know if they boys or girls, according to the report, the report says that she went back out to get her siblings. And on her way back out to get her siblings out of the way of gunfire, she got struck in the head by a stray bullet. However, they did catch the offender. What's his name? Evan Rogers, 19 years old. They should have caught him. Had a standoff with the police for 4 hours. I'm glad they got him. Killing a child, trying to shoot someone else, got a gun but don't know how to aim. Killing innocent people, innocent children. Do you think that was an act of God? Because that girl's life was snuffed from her? Or do you think that it was just a sad tragedy? Seeing that many people say that the good are taken from us young. So what do you think about that? Is that a tragedy or is that a blessing? Or do you consider it both? Or is it just horrible? I'm just asking. Just like here in Chicago, you had 3 men gunned down. One last night in Humboldt Park. According to the reports, a man approached the victim. One man approached the victim. Put the fire to him. And soon after he put the fire to him, another guy drives up in the car, gets out the car, and put more lead into the man. Absolutely overkill. Yeah, that's what's going on. No one has been apprehended. But that sounded personal. But it don't have to be, because anything can happen in these streets of Chicago without you knowing anybody. It's a very dangerous place to live here in Chicago. So my advice to you, don't come here on vacation, because there's a great chance that you won't make it back home. Don't say that you wasn't warned, okay? Don't say that you wasn't warned. It's so bad here in Chicago that you have 2 more men that was gunned down on the far south side of Chicago in the Wild Wild Hundreds on 100 and 11th Street at Long Cheese Restaurant. People can't even go and eat or work. And I say that because of this. According to the reports, a young man in his 30s by the name of Dexter Williams, along with Monte Potts, another 30-year-old something man, came into the restaurant, ordered something to eat. Excuse me. Dexter Williams ordered something to eat, and when he ordered it, they got his order wrong. They put the wrong cheese on his sandwich. The wrong cheese on his sandwich. I can just see the employer. Sir, we can fix your sandwich. It's not a problem. Did anybody ask for a manager? Not according to the reports. Dexter Williams began to be belligerent with the woman. Scared her so bad as an employee that she called her son on the phone and said, please come and help me, son, because I feel threatened and I don't know what to do. Her son shows up. He immediately gets the punch right in his dome, all over his pumpkin, you know? And then he starts to run away. But I wonder why he ran away when he had a gun on him. Or was the gun in the car? Because he took a run. They chased him for a while. But after he stopped running, you heard gunshots. And he shot and killed both of them. And no charges have been filed as of yet, because thus far as the Chicago police is concerned, it was self-defense. And all of this was over a piece of cheese. Like he was a rat. Was he a super rat? Now he's super dead over some cheese. No conflict resolution skills. I'm sure the sandwich didn't cost no more than $15 with some French fries and a soda. We can fix your order, sir. We're sorry, it's no problem. No, everything except the Son of God or the daughter of God. In this case, her son came to the rescue. Unlike what happened a couple of years ago at McDonald's in New York, when the mother called her son for help because they had a belligerent customer in McDonald's. And when her son came, he killed the man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This happened a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago at Max. But needless to say, if you're working at whatever job you're working at and you feel threatened, do you call your son? And you know your son is going to have that banger. Do you call him? Do you risk his life for your life? Because many people don't ask questions before they start shooting when someone is threatening their mother. What do you think about that? Crazy America that we're living in, right? Yeah, I got it itchy behind me right now. Yeah, got to move it around a little bit because sometimes you get the sweating back there, you know. Got to be careful out here. You don't know when you're going to have to use your strap. And if you can have a strap on you legally, by all means, have a strap on you legally. But if you're strapped, you better be ready to use it in the streets. If you don't want to shoot the gun or don't want to kill nobody, don't carry the gun. Because your life can get snuffed out too by hesitating to use it when your life is in jeopardy by an offender who's trying to rob you, rape you, carjack you, mug you, or just take your life in general. So you got to be ready to use it if you carry it. You know how most people say, don't pull it out if you don't use it, if you're afraid to use it. No, my thought is, don't carry it if you're afraid to use it. You see? Because some people still have a gun on them, and they still get blasted away because they hesitated. Hesitated. But the person who's trying to take their life didn't hesitate. I'm just saying. And before we leave this live, I want to say one thing. While many of us are out here living in poverty, which adds to the next part of this story that's in this title. While many of us are out here starving, living in whatever quarters that we're living in, under a tree, in the garbage can, in the bushes, in storage units. People taking out the front seats and the back seat of their cars so they can have some space in their cars so that they can live somewhere. And while all of this is going on, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the first player to make history making $1 million a basketball game? Y'all gotta be kidding me. But America is broke. People are broke in America. But we understand that it is these endorsements along with what he's getting in regards to the pay in his contract, which will place him at $1 million per game. We don't care if you're the MVP player. $1 million a game. And if you all have been to Oklahoma lately, I don't care if it was Tulsa, I don't care if it was Oklahoma City itself, anywhere in OKC. Do you see what it's like in OKC? Where are they getting money from? Huh? Where are the... I'm just saying. But Americans are struggling. But they can afford to pay a basketball player $1 million per game. What do you all think about that? What do you think about that? Do you think he's going to give some of that money to help America? Citizens? No. I'm just saying. People want to talk about Eddie Murphy and how he's donated like $50 million to countries that are less fortunate to kids. Are you serious, man? They don't, all of the stars, do you hear me? All of the stars, they're always giving their money over to other countries, over to other people that don't even look like them. And I'm talking about black entertainers and black athletes. They ain't gave you one red cent. We don't need no boys club and girls club. We don't need that, man. We need for you all to help provide us with something. And for those of you who are waiting on them, you know, that's why we're in this condition now, because you're believing in them that don't have no care for you. All of these property buildings that white America is buying up from you right in your neighborhood. You could have brought that property. It could have took just the people on one block. You know, not just one block, not one square block, but just one block. People didn't have sense enough to invest in their own neighborhood and property where they would have control over it. Can't do that. Have no common sense. And you wonder why we're in this condition. Because you've let them trick you. You've let them trick you. Black people in America here, let me retract that. Excuse me for a minute. You have a lot of black YouTubers out there, content creators, that's big ones. I'm not going to say their names because they never give me no props at all. So I'm not going to say their names. Yes, I said names, plural. And they making money. They millionaires. And they're telling you that all of this madness may bring black people together. All of this brokenness may bring black people together. You all act like you all are telling us something new. Elijah Muhammad has said it. Louis Farrakhan has said it. Malcolm X has said it. Marcus Garvey has said it. Dick Gregory has said it. Muhammad Ali has said it. Mother Frances Cress Welsing has said it. Dr. Amos Wilson has said it. Dr. John Henry Clark has said it. Dr. Joseph Ben Yakinen has said it. Yeah, Dr. Ben, okay? Dr. Ivan Van Sertima has said it. And you wonder why we're in this condition. Because you all hate yourselves. We would not be in this position if you all would have listened to some of these master teachers. And now you're sitting here frustrated to the point where you will still rob and kill for a piece of paper. I'm just saying. And if you're not robbing and stealing and committing crime for that piece of paper, you are working your whole life like a slave for it, killing yourself to live. You all were warned of this back in the 30s, in the 20s. And we gave all of those master teachers the middle finger. We gave those master teachers the middle finger, Black America. Blame yourselves. Don't blame the system. Blame yourselves, because you knew that the system was against you in the first place. The system was against you before you were born. That's not even up for debate. That's not even up for debate. If you want to debate that, that means you're not my equal. I'm just saying. But on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when I upload videos on YOUTUBE. Also, press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. And my other channels, MOPOWERZ, where we have those audiobook series at. Go to that channel and do the same thing. Subscribe, like, and share. And if you're into Chicago old school hip-hop, gangster rap, comedy, spoken word, Chicago independent movies, go to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. That's my time, you all, for today. We'll see you later on tonight with more episodes of We Got That Smoke. Because it seems like we're going up in smoke right now here in America. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out and never give up on your DREAMS.